Today I'm going to give away a free t-shirt, bring you a Comic Hero Throwdown Showdown fight, bring you comics news, and reveal the books I bought this week. How y'all doing? I'm Victor, and you are watching the Comic Hero Show. Now kick that intro! Welcome to this week's edition of the Comic Hero Show. I'm your host, Victor Donnelly, and I am the Comic Hero. And before I go on, I want to apologize now. The Friday before last Monday, I ordered comics, had them mail off to me, but unfortunately they didn't come in until this past Saturday. You know, with this pandemic, I can understand because a lot of post offices are short of staff, and it's kind of hard to get packages to everyone. Alright, but anyway, glad I'm doing the show again. And the summer of superheroes continues. Now, imagine a world. Oh, I sound like the late great Don LaFontaine there. But imagine a world where Gwen Stacy doesn't die, and instead she gets bitten by the radioactive spider instead of Peter Parker. And she ends up getting these incredible powers and becomes a superhero. Well, 5 years ago, Marvel made that a reality by creating an alternate timeline where Gwen Stacy gets bitten by the radioactive spider and becomes Spider-Gwen. And this is a Spider-Gwen comic hero tee. And of course, in the speech bubble, you have the webs. And then I have the Spider-Man family logo on each sleeve, and to go along with it, the Spider-Gwen hat. Now, Spider-Gwen has become a huge favorite among fans. She's been on different cartoons in the Marvel Universe, and also she's even been on the big screen in Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. And there's rumor going around that she may even get her own movie. Let's hope so. I mean, I don't think there's ever really been a character in comics that has, you know, if there has it, then it's really been a long time since a lot of fans have really embraced a character like her. I mean, you'd have to go all the way back to the 1940s when you had characters like Superman, Batman, and Wonder Woman who fans like immediately embraced. And you know what? I believe the best is yet to come for this character. All right, it's time to give away a free t-shirt. Alright, on the last episode, I asked, in the comics, who are the Flash and Iris West Allen's two super-powered children? Now, the correct answers are Dawn and Don Allen. You could have said that, or you also could have said the Tornado Twins. Now, there were some people that had said XS. Well, XS in the comics is their granddaughter. It's not their daughter, it's their granddaughter. Now, in the Arrowverse, which is the TV universe, XS is their daughter. Well, 6 people have answered correctly, and because they've answered correctly, their names have been entered in a drawing for a free tee. And that drawing takes place right now. So the winner of the free tee for this week's episode of the show is Laurel Foster from West Monroe, Louisiana. So congratulations, Laurel. You win yourself a free Comic Hero tee. Alright, here's the question for next week's episode, and this is a Winter Soldier question. What word is the trigger word implanted in the Winter Soldier that causes him to lose consciousness when it's said? Now, here are a few hints. The first hint is that this word is also the name of the first artificial satellite launched in space. The second hint is this word is also the name of of a news radio station in Russia. Everyone who answers correctly will be entered in the drawing for a free tea on next week's episode of the show. Alright, now Brad Bertuzzi from Warren, Ohio has requested a Comic Hero Throwdown Showdown fight, and this one features the Clown Prince of Crime going up against the Merc with the Mouse. Representing DC, we have the Joker, and representing Marvel, we have Deadpool. These two are going to duke it out in a segment I like to call
the Comic Hero Throwdown Showdown.
Welcome to the Comic Hero Throwdown Showdown. Today, it's the Joker versus Deadpool. The Joker is a criminal mastermind and expert chemist who uses weaponized props and toxins. Deadpool possesses regenerative healing factor, extended longevity, superhuman strength, durability, agility, is a skilled marksman, swordsman, and hand-to-hand combatant, who also uses devices granting him teleportation and holographic disguise. Who will win? Deadpool, knowing he's a comic book character, and that I'm writing this, already knows the outcome of this fight, and he's very pleased. He runs towards the Joker and attempts to finish him off, but the latter splashes a glass jug of his patent toxin. Deadpool then ends up in a catatonic state and begins to laugh uncontrollably. Joker wins. But wait! If you truly know Deadpool, you know he's resistant to any and all toxins. Deadpool keeps laughing. The Joker goes from being triumphant to scared out of his mind. Deadpool then gets up and continues laughing. He chases after the Joker and caps him in the back of the head with a Glock. Deadpool wins. And that concludes this fight on the Comic Hero Throwdown Showdown. Alright, thank you Brad Bertuzzi for that fight. I hope y'all enjoyed it, and I'll have another one for next week. Now it's time for Comically Speaking, so without further ado, let's talk comics! Alright, there are two things I want to talk about in this segment of Comically Speaking. The first one is my review of the current Captain Marvel spin-off series called Star. Now, Star, whose real name is Ripley Ryan, ended up getting powers from the Infinity Gem called Power, and the powers are similar to Captain Marvel's. As a matter of fact, they even fought each other, and then Captain Marvel, and the fight ended by Captain Marvel ripping the Infinity Gem away from her, and then she ended up being going over to the Raft, which is one of their maximum security prisons for villains. But somehow the Infinity Gem, the Power Gem, ends up following her over there, and she ends up getting the powers again. And later on, the Scarlet Witch of all people end up following her and say, "Hey, I know you're a troubled person. I know you're not really a bad guy. I want to help." And that's where I left off on the miniseries, but I think it's great. Of course, this character was created by Kelly Thompson. I mean, Kelly Thompson has really done such a great job with the current Captain Marvel miniseries, monthly series rather. And I really don't care what anyone thinks. I mean, say what you will about Captain Marvel, say what you will about the character of Carol Danvers, but say what you will about anyone that's ever written or drawn Carol Danvers. This book is amazing, and also the miniseries. I can't wait to finish it. I mean, it's wow. We pretty much see through Ripley Ryan. We pretty much see like what would happen if Captain Marvel broke bad, or if we saw like an evil version of her. And I think it's great. All right, now the second thing is that I learned earlier today that Warner Brothers is laying off a lot of their employees in every division, including DC. And it's kind of unclear as to who was laid off, but I believe this came as a result of the really not just the comic shutdown, but also because of the pandemic. I mean, this pandemic has really left a lot of people out of work, And then, it's really put a hamper on a lot of things that we enjoy. I believe that just like this pandemic, it's going to be temporary. And I believe that Warner Brothers in every division, including DC, is going to bounce back from this. I mean, it's unfortunate, but this kind of thing happens. And I just hope for the best for Warner Brothers. I hope for the best for every division, whether it's that, whether it's New Line Cinema, DC, just all divisions of Warner Brothers. Alright, that's it for Comically Speaking. Let's get to the comics I bought this week.
Comic books I bought this week.
Alright, first up is The Amazing Spider-Man number 45. Batman number 96. Captain America number 21. Captain Marvel number 18. Deadpool number 6. Empire number 3. Empire number 4. Fantastic Four number 22. Far Sector number 7. Guardians of the Galaxy number 5. Hellions number 1. Iron Man 2020 number 5. Justice League number 50. Legion of Superheroes number 7. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles number 107. Wonder Woman number 759. X Factor number 1. Empire number 10. And finally, Young Justice number 17. Alright, that's 19, which brings the total number of comics I bought since December of 1997 to 10,117. Alright, well, I hope you enjoyed this week's episode, and here's a question again for a free tee for next week's episode of the show. What word is the trigger word implanted in the Winter Soldier that causes him to lose consciousness when it's said? Now here are the hints. First hint, this word is also the name of the first satellite launched from Earth. The second hint, it's also the name of a news radio station in Russia. And then the final hint, I just found this out while I was taking a break. It's also the name, or part of the name, of a vaccine developed in Russia for COVID-19. Everyone who answers correctly will be entered into the drawing for a free tea on next week's episode of the show. And congratulations to Laurel Foster from West Monroe, Louisiana, who won a free tea on this week's episode. Alright, Summer of Superheroes rolls on, and on next week's episode, I'm paying tribute to the first female superhero in comics, the princess of Themyscira, whatever you want to call her, Wonder Woman. And really having a lot of fun with the Summer of Superheroes. Now, just a reminder, throughout the rest of the month, all superhero-themed comic hero tees are only $5. I don't care. I mean, I don't care what anyone thinks. You can't shake that with a stick. I mean, $5 for a superhero comic hero tee. Where can you go wrong with that? And also, I want to make a slight correction. Now, I had announced the date for Geeks Along the River for next year. It's on April 16th of next year, not the 21st. It's on the 16th, Saturday, April 16th, over at the Downtown River Market in Monroe. And hopefully, we'll be able to be near each other, and we won't have to social distance anymore. I'm really looking forward to it. I had a lot of fun when I was a guest inventor there last year, and I can't wait to go back. And I just want to go ahead and say this. There's really no reason or nothing's occurred that's caused me to say that, but let's just be good to each other. Let's respect each other's opinions, because we can't go around like making stereotypes towards each other, and then just saying awful things towards each other. I mean, life's too short to be doing that stuff. I mean, when it's all said and done, none of that's gonna matter. So if it's not gonna matter then, it shouldn't matter now. Alright, I'm Victor Nolly on A Comic Hero. I'll see you next week for episode 323. So until then, be safe, be blessed, be a hero!